Hello everybody, today we're going to be watching my PB of 23 minutes and 34 seconds. This run uses a lot of hyper-modern strats, which I'm pretty proud about, and it isn't a Bastion seed, which I'm actually happy about, considering that I can, get a PB on a seed that isn't, crazy or God seed or anything, and it definitely is far from being a God seed. You'll see that towards the end game. So, yeah, without further ado, here is my run of 23 minutes and 34 seconds. So I'm going to be commentating over this, kind of explaining to you what I'm doing, if that makes any sense. So here I spawn. This is an ocean seed. I look around for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, we'll start punching a tree. The beginning of everything. Beginning of every single Minecraft world. So yeah, I'm just punching a tree here and making my tools. This definitely isn't the worst crafting I've done. This is decent, I'd say. Definitely very decent crafting. Oh, sorry, that's my timer. There you go. There's the timer. But yeah, this is decent crafting, better than I normally do because my crafting is pretty trash. But yeah, there we go. You got the doors. Got the bowls, got the everything you need for a run like this. I end up heading in this direction, it seems. Okay, interesting. Approach. I think I head right eventually. Yeah. So I see a ship, and I'm like, okay, cool. It's next to a ravine. I'm not really sure if this is a magma ravine or not, so I go over here to check. And right here, I see obsidian right here, so I'm thinking there might be like lava beyond that or something. So I'm going to go there afterward. If there isn't, then we just reset or maybe dig around a little bit if we find lava. But yeah, here, go into the shipwreck. Nothing too crazy amount of iron. 9 iron is pretty standard for a shipwreck, I would say. Definitely enough for sure. Not enough to make an axe though, which is kind of unfortunate. This crafting is not it, that's for sure. I'm like, wait, maybe I should make a shovel too, so I do that. I pressed 3 and 4 instead of 2 and 3. I don't know. This was very, very bad. But I end up figuring out what I'm trying to do here. This is a full ship, so I do go over to try to find some food, and there is a bit of food. There is, I believe, enough for a couple pieces of bread and some carrots. I end up missing that wheat right there, but yeah. I'm gonna get some flint and some flint here, so for flint and steel. There we go. And I'm also going to get some stone for a stone axe because I don't want to go in another with a wood axe. I mean, sometimes I do that, but I would just much rather have a stone axe, something that doesn't break that easily. So, yeah, here we are, just kind of cruising, going down to this, this obsidian here, in this ravine. There ends up being a bunch of lava. Like, this usually never happens when you see, like, obsidian in the ground, but I was very glad it happened on this seed. Yeah, just a very nice little terrain area. I got really, really rolled on ghost buckets. If you don't know what ghost buckets is, it's basically when you try to pick up lava in the game, but like the game just doesn't let you do it. Like I couldn't place this last piece of obsidian for like 3 tries because ghost bucketing sucks. Anyways, I finally did, and I make my portal like that. And I'm in the nether at around 3.5 minutes with a bit of food and everything else I need. Iron pick, bucket, all that. So I spawned right next to a bastion. That's like the best part about this seed, I'd say, is just the fact that the bastion was so close. Definitely rather it be the bastion than the fortress, because you want the fortress to be a bit farther out, so you can blind. There was not a mob spawner. I was kind of waiting. I was kind of hoping there would be a mob spawner, but there wasn't in my chunks. Which shows you that this definitely is nowhere near a god seed. So this ends up being, I can tell right away, this is Stables Bastion. This part was extremely slow. I don't know what I was doing here. Like, I didn't have any gold armor, so, like, I knew, like, I had to, like, avoid these guys somehow. So I went up this way. I don't know what I was doing, to be totally honest. I tried to like juke him out, I guess, and then I just fucking fell, and then this is, yeah, not my brightest. Yeah, that's just not good. We're gonna ignore that for a second. But yeah, that wasted about 30 seconds. It kind of sucks. But I'm in the Bastion at 4.5 minutes, which is, you know, very good pace, I'd say. So going over here, I don't really need to block myself off because there's no way anything can hit me. I guess maybe a Hoglin, but other than that, 4 obsidian and 2 iron and a chest plate. Gold armor was mostly what I was looking for, but the obsidian is definitely a plus. So I'm taking over here, hoping this is a good cap, and it ends up being a good cap because there's no air when you break the first couple of blocks, which is how you know. I tried to, like, I don't know what I was doing there. I tried to break the wood, I guess. But yeah, good gap stables is the run for this specific Bastion. All 4 gold blocks are here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. One doesn't spawn. That's unfortunate. But I don't know why only 1 fell from the ceiling. Usually there's like at least a couple that fall from up top, but only 1 fell, which is kind of annoying. So I only have like 3 to 4 pigs in the hole, which makes my trading quite slow. But yeah, here we go. We got the gold here. Gotta make sure these guys keep trading. That's like the #1 thing you want to do in a Bastion, is just make sure your pigs are constantly trading. You don't want them to stop. So 7 pearls here I split so that I can have I don't have to like sort out my inventory or anything. I can just have everything right there. I end up getting a bit of gold, so I can make golden carrots, which is a pretty smart move, I'd say. Considering regular carrots really aren't the best food source, golden carrots is definitely way better. I decided to use the crafting menu for some reason. It's just a habit at this point. I don't know why I tend to do that, but I just do. I didn't really need to craft that 1 extra ingot, but I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt. I don't know how I grabbed that. I don't think that's even possible, but I somehow grabbed the gold, so I just put it back again. I have 8 obsidian, 13 pearls, and a bit of string. That last string trade that got me to 32 on that one side, that will be my last string trade for the entire thing, which is really annoying because it gives exactly 47, which is 1 off of 4 beds, which means that I am probably going to have to get some sheep in the overworld, which is what ends up happening. So I have 10 obby. I think I'm waiting for more string if I can get it, because I know they keep trading. I ended up not getting string, but this was worth the wait because I ended up getting pearls, like 1 more pearl trade, which did help. Which, you know, is always good to get extra pearls for your run. So I checked to see if there was a mob spawner, and there ends up being a mob spawner. So that means that it's probably forward somewhere this way. So I got to check. So there's this strat in K4 came up with. It's pretty slow, which is why you won't see many top runners doing it. But I did it because I was like, why not? I'm just trading here. So basically what it is you're using chunk borders and whatever to try to find the direction of the fortress. So I start increasing it until I see blue on the pie chart. So as you can see, I'm increasing it. There you go. I see blue at 15 chunks. So that means I need to lower my chunks to 14 chunks, like that. Then do F3G. I need to open my pie chart here to see and then see what direction the blue pops up again to see what direction it's in. And it ends up being this direction. So I'm like, okay, I know it's that way. The fortress is in that general area. It's not, you know, perfect, but that's the way I kind of have to go. So, which is what I was planning to do anyway, but always good to be sure, I guess. I have 2 fire reses, splash potion, which is a lot better than drinkable because it takes a lot less time. And yeah, I slap that down and throw an ender pearl kind of forward at this warped forest here. So I'm just cruising along here. I think it's in the what I'm thinking right now is that this is extra regional. This is an extra regional fortress from this bastion, which ends up not being the case. Luckily I checked my my pie chart again, because the mob spawner, as you can see in a second when I pull it up, is not there anymore. So that means that I'm going the wrong way, which means it has to be in this direction somewhere. So I'm like, okay, wait, then if it's in this direction, then it actually is pretty close. So throwing a pearl, because trying to get over there as fast as possible if I can. Probably, I mean, like, I had enough pearls to throw. I probably could have thrown another one, but I don't know. These golden carrots were really, really helpful. I actually didn't, I really underestimated how good golden carrots are. I see a fortress over here. There we go. We're in the fortress in under 10 minutes, which, you know, is PB pace. It's nowhere near the best pace, but it's definitely PB pace. Considering my PB, I got into the fortress at 11 minutes. This is over a minute faster, so this is pretty good pace. As you can see, I only have 11 wool, which is only enough for 3 beds, unfortunately. So I will definitely have to get some sort of string or some wool or something in the overworld. So luckily I have shears, which ends up helping a lot. These rates are super bad. These rates are absolutely trash. I think I go 7 for 16 here. Which, you know, is awful. Okay, it's not like the worst ever, but considering it's a 1 in 2 drop, it's definitely worse rates than average, which is really annoying because I feel like when I'm always on good paced runs, I get pretty bad rates. I'm waiting at this spawner and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go over to this other spawner just to activate it and get maybe a couple spawns. Again, zero blaze rods still after killing like 3 blazes, I think. So super annoying. That guy hit me like twice there, and so I'm like, okay, I need to go into my FOV that I'm more comfortable with, because if I'm in a more comfortable FOV, then I can like kind of tell how far away mobs can hit me from. So yeah, here I am mining the rest of this mob spawner. I have 3 rods here. I think this is like 3 for, I don't even know. It's probably like 3 for 7 or something. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, this is kind of just, I was blanking here. I don't know what I was thinking at this point. I guess I'm just sorting out my inventory and I'm like, wait, I might need glowstone. Fun fact, I've actually never learned, like, I've learned almost every single strat, but I've never learned how to use respawn anchors. Like, I understand kind of sort of how it works, but I just never occurred to me that it would be useful. But now thinking at it, I probably should learn that, because in a situation where I don't have like any wool at all, it would really, really help for sure. So yeah, I'm looking pretty good. I have food. I have extra pearls. I'm just waiting for these guys to spawn. The spawn rates are really bad, and the drop rates are really bad. Like, it's just not fun, you know? Okay, you have 4, and then finally I get a spawn of 4 blazes right there. I only need 3 rods, or I guess I only need 2, but I wanted to leave on 7, so... And luckily, this last guy does drop me the last 7th rod. So I'm out of the fortress at under 13 minutes. Well, I'm not really out of it, but I'm done with my blaze rods here. And I'm trying to head over to 150, 150, which would have been the better play, but for some reason my mind said, no, let's go to 0, 200. That seems like a way better plan. So I end up purling over here instead, which lost me probably about 5 minutes in this entire run. Definitely could have sub 20'd if I had just went 150, 150, but we know what, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. This is PB. So, that was a stupid mistake. I placed that by accident. I usually am like really weird with portals, but for some reason that one was pretty fast, me making it. I'm usually pretty bad at making portals for some reason. I don't know why. I just like blink out. So this is like the worst spawn ever. I spawn in a jungle, and considering it should have been a 150 150 blind, you already know that this is pretty damn far away. This is a 1k block blind in a jungle, and I still PB. So so yeah, this is just bad. I make 3 beds because I'm like, why not? Or I guess I make 2 because I don't have enough wood. I am just blanking out here. I don't know what's happening right now. This is really stupid. dude, like, like just throw the quartz off the tree. What are you doing? But anyways, I make a bed so I can just sleep, so I don't have to worry about mobs. Cause I forgot about that. That scared me so much. Cause like I knew it was a mob or something, but like I thought it was like a skeleton or something. So I was like, whatever, it's fine. Doesn't really matter. But like I don't even know how I was able to sleep. If that guy was that close to me, like that's actually kind of crazy. Anyways, yeah, this jungle is just awful. Like jungle is probably one of the worst terrains you could possibly get. In any sort of speedrun when you're trying to head to the stronghold. Like this is just so bad. I end up seeing sheep here. I'm like, oh wait, I have shears. Let me shear these guys. I do need some more wool. So let's get this, and there's this last guy right here. So I shear him, and he ends up getting more wool. So I end up having like 11 pieces of wool. I end up getting more wood for my beds. Yeah, just overall, this is just a really, really slow end game. It's just not a good end game at all, for sure. But I definitely tried. So I'm throwing a pearl here. And 2 hearts. That is close. And so actually at that point I'm like, okay, wait, I actually need food. I have no food in my inventory. But I forgot that what I wanted to do is make bread. So I was like, what am I doing? And then I'm like, I don't know, I'll make more nether bricks. I'm like, what else do I need? Oh yeah, bread. So I make bread. And I have 3 pieces of bread, which really isn't a lot. But I end up doing a strat called hunger resetting, which is where you set your spawn point with the bed, and then you kill yourself, but you're right next to all your stuff. So you just reset your all of your hunger and your hearts and your health and everything, so that you're nice and ready, even with no food. So yeah, this is just so bad, dude. This is so awful. The terrain and the distance away from the stronghold just makes this end game probably the worst part of the entire run. Yeah, I would say this is definitely the worst part. Because everything else went decently smooth up until this point. I mean, I guess the blaze rates were pretty bad, but you can't really control that. So, I end up going over here and seeing finally a different biome. I think I see it in a couple seconds. I think I like go over here and I see this other biome in a couple of seconds. See, like, I don't even know where to go at this point. Like, there's just so much stuff in the way. This is just not what you want to see. So I see some clear like air with like no trees over here. So I'm like, maybe this is a biome. Maybe this is something else. Finally, and yeah, I see it. There's a desert. So I'm like, oh my god, thank you. And so I'm purling over so I can get over there as fast as I can, because I hate this terrain, dude. This is just so bad. The fact that I was able to PB on with I don't even know. This was like a. How long was this end game? This is like a 9. Well, no. If you count like in the stronghold, I was in this. I don't know. This end game was really long. I think it was like a 7-minute end game or something. So, but anyways, there's a village here. I don't really need it though. Could have been helpful for beds. I didn't really have to make beds, I guess. But you know, I think it was definitely the safe play to make beds. So my angle changes. My angle is really far off, but I did go really far off my my original position. So I'm pretty sure that it's not extremely close. It's definitely close, but it's probably not that close. So finally decent terrain. Like, thank God. I don't know why like most of that run was just in a jungle, but it was, of course. Gotta love 1K blocks in a jungle. Just my favorite part of speedrunning. So throwing an eye here. I'm checking my angle to see how close this thing is. I didn't catch that last angle. What was that last angle? Oh, whatever. You know, it doesn't really matter. I think it was like. All I knew is that this was close. Yeah, I'm opening up my chunk borders. This is pretty. I know that this is decently close. Probably like 100 blocks or something. So. This triangulation was really bad. I ended up like fixing it, but I threw another eye here. I should have just gone to the other set of. Yeah. Okay, this is that. Okay, that is what I did. So I went here, through that, and I'm trusting. This is a strat called 8-8, where basically you follow your angle until you get to the 8-8 of a chunk, because that's where the eye leads. If you know you're close enough, you just follow to the 8-8 of a chunk, and you just send it. You don't even check. So I didn't even check. I was just like, you know what? We're just gonna dig down. That was kind of a brain fart there. I don't know why it took so long to dig down, but whatever. So we're digging down in sub 20. I'd rather kill the dragon sub 20, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So going over here, and I'm like, okay, what could this be? The stronghold is actually quite linear. I would say this is definitely one of my better strongholds. There isn't like a mine shaft or a cave going through it. I got pretty lucky on the stronghold. That's what screwed my last PB. This was probably like 30 seconds of trying to find the portal room. But I ended up not having any food here, so I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'll just be able to hunger reset. I started putting in eyes here, and I'm like, wait, I should hunger reset. So I'm building out, and I'm like, okay, I'll just do it over here. And then this stupid block was infested. Of course it had a freaking silverfish, dude. I was about to die here. It's at 2 hearts. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to block this up. And we're going to do it here. So I don't know why my stuff went everywhere. I think it's because I was already falling. Like, I was already on the way down as I was throwing my pearl. That's why my stuff went everywhere, I think. But regardless, it's really annoying because I had to, like, sort out my inventory, kind of, which kind of took a bit, for sure. But I do need that bed, so I'm going to take that real quick. And I am at full hearts and full hunger, ready to go into the end. Thank God. So I'm in the end at 21:15, which is PB pace by like 3 minutes, because my PB entered like 24 minutes. So this is definitely PB pace. All I need to do is just not screw up the 1 cycle. I'll be good. So I have no pearls. So yeah. So actually, I want to go back a little bit. So I go in here and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna build with blocks, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not. Like, I only have 1 pearl left, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to get an Enderman. That was a really smart decision. Like, building over, that's gonna be one of my best decisions of the run. Like, building over like that would not have been the play. That would have taken me like 30 seconds. I would have just lost a lot of time. So I end up doing this, and end up doing this strat where you place a block down, you place a boat on top of the block, and then you look at an Enderman, and like almost every single time it will go into the boat, which is really great. So I end up getting a pearl first try on this one, which is good, because normally I get it like 3rd try or something. So, but yeah, this is good. This is very, very good. So I end up crafting my beds. I have 5 beds, which definitely is enough to 1 cycle. I'm pretty comfortable with 5 beds, I would say. Like, even if I screw up real bad, I usually can 5 bed. So, and actually, I'm glad I'm glad it wasn't a 4 bed, because I probably would have screwed the run if it was a 4 bed. But, yeah, now we're just waiting here for the dragon to perch. The dragon took quite a bit to perch, I would say. Like, I got in the end at 21 minutes. It's a minute later. This buddy still hasn't, he still hasn't perched. Kind of annoying. I thought he was going to perch here. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't perch, which is super annoying. He ends up coming over to this side and shooting me with a fireball, I'm pretty sure, which is kind of annoying, but, whatever. So, yeah, this is the run, and I hope you guys all enjoyed. I usually don't do voiceovers and stuff for my YouTube channel. I think this is so this is, I'm glad I got a PB after a couple months, but we're still going to grind for sub 20. I know we can get it. We definitely can get it. But yeah, without further ado, enjoy the 1 cycle. There's the dragon perch. Yeah, see you guys. It's not sub 20. We go next. I'm proud of that though, because it wasn't like a cracked seed or anything. Like, it was actually a pretty damn bad seed, and I was able to get a PB. So I know that I can get sub 20. We're just gonna go next and see how it goes.